Bambino bomb. I didn't know this thing had a name. It's like Bumpity Bomb. Anyway, once again, it has been a very long time since my previous time recording this game. It's been like a month and 10 days or something, so I'm probably going to be talking more about that than I am the actual game. Hopefully you don't mind. Not that that's stopped me before from talking about totally irrelevant things for most of the video, but yeah. It's been a while. At least for me. It's probably been no time for you. And I feel like I have a pretty good reason this time for not recording for a while. I have been doing what I've been calling decluttering my life. Because I made the realization that I think a lot of people kind of eventually do in the modern age, where they notice that their phones have been causing more problems than they have solved. And nearly all of the big problems that we have mentally are a direct result of things like phones and social media and, in general, technology making things more convenient and thereby making things less convenient at the same time, weirdly enough, sort of paradoxically. Because, I mean, I remember whenever I was younger, when I was in school and everybody was getting a mobile phone, I refused to get one for as long as it felt like I feasibly could. Because, well, to be fair, part of the reason was I was just allergic to the idea of change. I'm not going to owe it all to me having this amazing foresight, but I also was worried about what it would do to me. Oh, hold on. Good day. The name is Nello. Punchinello. This line's dumb, because you can't do the James Bond thing when you only have one name. It's like, the name's Ince. Per Ince. This is dumb. Anyway. But yeah, I was worried about what having basically a Swiss Army knife of apps with me all the time would do to me, because not only would the apps on my phone be a distraction from the immediate world around me, but they would each individually be a distraction from each other. And I liked the idea of whenever I go to school, I can focus on school. Whenever I'm at home, I have the internet to, to happily revisit. It doesn't have to be something that I take with me everywhere and be a distraction everywhere. Like, it was enough of a distraction because I was obsessed with Newgrounds back then, and I thought about Newgrounds and the next thing that I was going to post to Newgrounds. And, like, I didn't need that. I already had Doodles. Doodles were plenty. Doodles were more tactile and more organic than just staring at a screen all the time. So I didn't want that. And I feel like I was right to be worried about that, because whenever I did eventually get a phone, it didn't happen right away, but slowly over time it did all the things that I was worried about it doing. So I've been trying to find ways to mitigate my phone usage. I've been trying to split up that Swiss Army knife into individual tools that are all separated. Like, for example, people often use the alarms on their phones to wake up in the morning. I don't tend to use an alarm just because I don't usually have a reason to wake up early in the morning, but I know that I eventually will, and I want to have something other than my phone to wake up to, so I have an alarm clock now. Because having your phone in bed is probably one of the leading causes, if not the leading cause, of, like, less sleep and worse sleep at night across the, I guess, first world. And I don't think it's just the blue light. Like, whenever you read advice online about how to get better sleep and it says, don't look at your phone at night, the blue light is always one of the things that it mentions. But I don't think it's just that. I think it's also the fact that we are creatures of habit. There's a reason that phrase exists. It's because everything that we do in all of our life is basically conditioning. And whenever you go to bed and you put all your focus on falling asleep, whenever you're horizontal in that nice comfy mattress, you're conditioning yourself to consider that a safe space to become sleepy. Like, that's a place where you want that kind of comfort and that kind of, like, yeah, you want to lose your energy there so you can get better sleep. That's a good thing for the human body. But whenever you're looking at your phone, you're conditioning yourself to stay awake for longer. And the more you do that, the less likely you're going to actually fall asleep whenever you're in that position, in that spot. It's just not a good thing. And I kind of feel like if you have any sort of, like, I guess addiction, for lack of a better word, it's easier to get out of that addiction when you know for a fact that it's bad for you. And this is a little bit of a different topic, I guess, but over the 3 years that I was on my long hiatus, I think I got healthier in basically every possible way except that I started drinking soda more often. It used to be that I would drink maybe 2 or 3 sodas a week, and then it turned into 1, sometimes 2 a day. I don't really know why. It just sort of happened. And then fairly recently, I decided to look up, hey, what does that do to the body? Like, what effects does that have? And whenever I looked this up, I found an article that was like, oh yeah, this increases your risk of heart failure later in life. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's not good. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that drinking soda every day is bad for you. I just didn't know exactly what it might do. So, like, having that knowledge in mind and knowing that it's worse than the alternative has helped me very much in just not drinking as much anymore. Not drinking soda, that is. I've never been an alcoholic. In fact, it's generous to say that I've never been an alcoholic because I've barely sipped alcohol at all. Oh yeah, I should probably switch gears to the actual game now for a second here, because this is a very odd scene. This is a fine mess. Let's scram, now! Uh-oh. Ow. Wait, who's saying ow there? Was that the bomb? It's gonna blow! No! They're so melodramatic about this, but then it explodes and nothing happens. They're just pitch black and covered in soot. What on earth was that? I don't know, but we're pitch black and covered in soot. Well, we won the battle. Now we hope we don't lose the war. Where are Dinah and the Star? Are they pitch black and covered in soot? It's so unceremonious. I guess my question's just been answered. Well, one of them has been. You still haven't answered the question of where is Dinah? But oh well, she doesn't matter. Come on, Mario, let's go. Let's Pokemon Go to the ball. Don't mind me, I'm just amusing myself with stupid quotes. It's so dumb. Sorry for getting political. Alright, here we are, we got the star. Hooray! Wahey! I don't think I've said that in a video yet, which surprises me because wahey has become a regular part of my vocabulary. Like, I frequently say wahey to my friends in text messages. I don't usually say it out loud, I guess, so maybe that's why I haven't said it yet, but yeah, I say wahey all the time now. Because I read it, or no, I heard it in Banjo-Kazooie, I heard it in Conker's Bad Fur Day, and now it's just, yeah, it's a fun word. Come on, let's get this show on the Star Road. Right. Let's move on. Erg, this won't budge. I didn't advance that text, it just disappeared almost immediately. This is Dinah. You can kind of see it here. Might is on her back. Just a baby in like a baby backpack. I think it's really funny that not only is their name Dynamite together, but Might is the name of the small one, because it's the smaller word. What is she holding? Is that like an ice cream? Or like a bottle rocket, but smushed? Care to read the warning? No, we don't need a warning. I think this part is better without explanation anyway. Because what is this? We're just here now. When I think about this game, this is usually the part of the game that I think about. If not first, it's one of the early things. Because it's not even my favorite part of the game, it's just so it's such a standout moment. Because where have you seen a scene like this in any other game? There might be things that are kind of like it, but nothing quite like this. It's just funny. It's cool. It's cool that it's here. I love when games have variety like this. Now, again, it's not my favorite part of the game. Oh, one thing I want to point out here. You see this big chasm? There is a way to jump into that black pit, but it doesn't do anything. It's still actually just ground. It's just painted to look black. I was wondering about that, because, like, I figured the game designers probably consciously made sure that there was no way to actually jump into the darkness because it's just a texture and they didn't want to break the illusion. It's just there for cosmetic purposes. But, like, I wanted to confirm that it wasn't possible, and then I found out that it was possible. So, yeah, it just doesn't do anything. Here's a clip. So, I think that's mildly interesting. But yeah, I don't love this part, partly because, like, there are places where you can use the mushroom to boost, but usually it doesn't feel practical because there aren't long enough straightaways to use them, and then you have to slow down, and if you use one too early or too late, I mean, then you can't slow down fast enough, and then the mushrooms, it feels weird. Like, the mushrooms look so low to the ground to me, so it looks like I should just go right through them, but I can't. I have to actually jump for them. It's not a big deal. I'm not legitimately complaining. I'm not like, oh, this game sucks. But, yeah, just, it's a thing. I still like it. Which, on that note, I guess before I continue talking about, like, decluttering my life, because that'll be the topic for most of the video, I guess, I do want to say I should probably, like, actually provide a sincere opinion of the Super Mario RPG remake, because I haven't really done that yet. I've just cracked jokes like, oh, that game sucks. It doesn't suck. And I just do what a lot of people on the internet do, and hyperbolize my opinion for comedic effect, which can be funny, but oftentimes just kind of discourages actual measured intellectual discussion, so I'm gonna just be sincere here. My opinion of the Super Mario RPG remake is quite simply that it's very good. I have a preference for the original, but I know that part of that is just nostalgia. It's what I grew up with. Of course I'm gonna have a sort of leaning towards it. And I like the aesthetic. I just have always liked the, you know, the CG 16-bit pre-rendered stuff. But the remake is, for all intents and purposes, the better version for anybody who wants to try the game for the first time. I'm very glad that it exists. And yeah, I don't prefer it, but I know that's an entirely personal thing. Gracious, they really did drop in on us. Oh yeah, I forgot. Mario, most people use something called a door to go in and out of their houses. Oh, my poor babies, are you okay? Little mite, are you hurt? Mite just makes me think of termites. Yeah, they're getting sassy or whatever. I'm so embarrassed. Mario can't thank you enough for everything. Now, the roof, that don't matter none, right, Pa? Yeah, I don't think they get much rain damage here. I don't think it matters if they have a roof or not, really, because this is such a dry-looking place. You found dynamite and a star piece. You found dynamite. Oh, what's that quote? Hold on, let me think. I'm thinking, what's that? Jessica and the prospector in the old band of mind, and the prospector lit a stick of dynamite thinking it was a candle, and now they're about to be blown to smithereens? Definitely butchered that quote, but I got close enough. Oh yeah, the Sniffets. I forgot about these guys. Come back, Mr. Beetle. Don't you want to come to Boosters and play? Yeah, don't run away. We just want to play. We'll take good care of you. Like, what is that? Okay, Mr. Beetle? There's the Beetle. Did it come from Beetle's ship shop? where everything is ship shape. Don't you dare touch that beetle. It's a present for Booster. That's right, just hand it over nice and easy. Yeah, you said we won't be your friend. Booster really, really, really likes beetles, but he can't catch his own. That's right, he's busy keeping the princess from the sky entertained. So we're catching beetle for him. So hand it over. That's right. Pretty please? Oh no, it's getting away. Quick, catch it. Catch it. The voice did not match the line there at all. The energy. But oh well. And here's something that we won't worry about until later. Would you like a shiny stone? I would. But I need a fireworks. So, yeah, I don't think we can get fireworks until later. Anyway, moving on to the next area, where there will be background elements that attack us. But yeah, I think I've probably talked enough about the phone thing, but I wanted to declutter other aspects of my life to remove distractions from things that I think are more important than the stuff that I listlessly look at all the time whenever I'm just not thinking. And I used to have a very messy desk. I still have a kind of messy desk, but it's definitely less messy than it was. Because I made care to remove things from the desk and also rearrange my room in general and just kind of neaten it up, spruce it up. I had this art desk in my room for like 10 plus years that I never used, and it's like the only reason I kept it is because it represents art as a concept to me, and I like when things remind me of art as a concept because I care about it deeply, but it's like I didn't need to keep something in my room that was literally just taking up space, so got rid of that. Yeah, it's a more spacious space now, and I'm happier in it. I got this bed frame that doesn't have a headboard or a baseboard, it's just underneath the mattress, and that's nice. Adds a little bit more space there, just makes the room feel homier. Also, this is gonna come totally out of left field probably, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the switch to Linux. I switched to Linux. Because that, in its own way, feels kind of like decluttering to me. I switched for the same reason that I think a lot of people switch from Windows, which is... Well, okay, here is my story. I was always kind of sick of the fact that, like... Wait, where is this? Okay, there's a flower here. I thought there was something around here. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's the button that gets rid of these guys instantly. I think there's a caracola here too, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure where that is exactly. Is it here? No, I think it's a little bit further up ahead. I don't know. Well, I'll figure that out. But oh man, we're at Booster Tower already. I didn't want to initiate this cutscene yet. Is there anything else that I can do in Booster Pass? Oh yeah, I forgot that whenever you go to Booster Pass from Booster Tower, then it sends you to the end. But if you do this... Wait, hold on. If you do this, go to Moleville and then Booster Pass, then you start at the beginning. That's an interesting detail. But yeah, my main reason for switching to Linux is I got sick of how every time I opened the Windows Start menu, it would bombard me with ads and news and an AI assistant. And whenever I would search for something, it would show up with search results from the internet instead of my computer. And I then heard that... Bowser's here, by the way. I then heard that Windows 10 was going to lose support in October, and Windows 11 was going to really push the AI stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of done. I think I'm okay with not using Windows anymore. And then I just kind of jumped ship, and it took about a week to fully transition into... I'm using Linux Mint, because that's like the most beginner-friendly of the bunch, or at least one of the more beginner-friendly distros. I should definitely be focusing on everything happening here, but we will have plenty of time to see everything that's going on here shortly. Did I just hear some voices? It couldn't be. I can't believe it! It's Mario! I can't believe it! I was on TV. Ha, did you see that? I was a natural. Anyway. Alright. Full focus on the game now.
I thought she got away, but she's been stuck here. Wahaha. Well, I guess I'll be returning home to my castle now. Out of my way, shorty.
Alright, let's go into Booster Tower. It's locked. No period.
What? You're still here? That look on your face. Wahaha, I get it now. Out of my way, shorty.
Again. Busts open the door with his back. Must be useful to have a shell full of spikes.
Yeah, I'm a piece of work, ain't I?
All this power and looks too.
I know, you're thinking a big strong guy like him would be great to have along, right? I'm gonna do something I may regret later. I'll let you join the Koopa Troop. You can thank me later. Mario and his friends have joined the Koopa Troop later. Or so they're pretending later.
Bowser joins the group. No period again. They just forgot to punctuate this part. Oh, who is that in the doorway? Could it be Booster? Which just makes me think... Okay, does anybody remember that part in the Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, or like Buzz Lightyear Star Commander? What is that movie called? I think it's Buzz Lightyear Star Command. There's that one part where the aliens are like, "We were looking for you, Booster!" And that's a line that my family and I quoted frequently. I don't know why, it was just always funny sounding. This was a slightly disjointed part, but next time we will be in Booster Tower. See you then.